Last week, my mom stayed the night. I don't know if I talked about this in the podcast. She came up to watch the USA Gymnastics do a little exhibition.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess they do this. It's like, hey, after the Olympics, everyone knows us.
Yeah, I saw some people that went to that.
Yeah, let's go do a
Simone was
little
there.
exhibition. Yeah, it's cool. Anyway, my mom and sister went to that together. My mom stays here that night. And so, of course, we send her away with like, hey, what do you need? You need pickleball paddles. You need, golf balls for some reason. You need granola,
Sunday swagger.
peanut butter. Yeah, anything.
Trish and the swag.
We load her up with just a moderately sized bag of granola, maybe a quart-sized, gallon-sized bag. I don't know. What's bigger?
A gallon is bigger.
4 quarts and a gallon.
Yeah.
Either way, not that big a bag of granola.
Not sandwich bag, but not gallon size, right in the
That's
middle.
probably it.
Great.
I would dare to say quart, maybe.
Like if you're going to the beach, you put your grapes in there in this size bag.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Got it.
The next day, I get a Venmo from my dad, and it says, I'm not going to tell you the money because you're going to guess this, but it says, the description says, your mother is an idiot. Like, I don't know why I got Venmo'd for this. I don't know what any of this means, whatever. I called him a couple days later. I'm like, hey, what was that Venmo about? He goes, well, your mom wanted to pay you for the granola you gave her. And I was
They're
like,
arguing back and forth about it.
yeah. And I was like, what? No, we're giving it away because it's going to expire. So we can't sell it. It's worth nothing. He's like, trust me. I tried to tell her. And he's like, we even sell granola. I know how much it costs. It doesn't cost anything really, whatever. And anyway, but my mom was really adamant. She couldn't get her Venmo to work. So she asked my dad, like, can you Venmo Jake for the granola? How much do you think she Venmo'd me? Quart-sized bag of granola.
That would make sense.
I do think I disagree with Steve that granola can be expensive. I'll say that.
Yeah, this isn't just straight up oats. This is like a baked, a cooked, a recipe. This is good granola.
Like we get granola from Costco and it's not cheap.
$25.
No, that would be wild. I'm saying $10.
Okay, 10, 25. I received a Venmo for $40.
She's just looking out for you.
I know. I was like, that is so much. So I think that's why my dad was like, your mom's an idiot. She
Well,
wants
she
me to
also-
Venmo you
That's
$40.
crazy.
She also took a shower at your house, I bet.
There's a little water.
Yep. And water's like,
She
that's
turned on
probably
the
like
lights?
$18 there. Yeah, lights.
I remember lights being on when she was here.
And did
Yeah.
you guys keep the heat and air conditioning off?
No, we used it.
Okay, so that's electricity. Yeah, and you had to
Bed sheets.
These floors had to be finished at one point, and she's putting her feet on them. I'm
They're
assuming.
previously finished floors.
So you got to take that depreciation. I mean, that's $6 right there.
She might have kind of undercut me a little bit. Now that you bring all this up, I might Venmo request her a little bit
Bill
more.
her, yeah. And taxes ain't free.
Taxes ain't free.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I could not believe. Yeah,
$40.
$40 for a small bag of granola.
Okay, here's the kicker: is that your dad is actually the idiot because she said give him $4 for it, and your dad actually pressed the 0 on the way to the sin. Oh, Trish, I made a horrible mistake.
I just couldn't believe that. I was like, that is so generous. It's so nice. And it worries me a little bit that my mom may not have a grasp on how much things cost in the real world. I was like,
Well, this is the city. She's from the small town.
hey, you go into the big city, the cost of living goes up a little bit.
It's like if we go to California, we go get an acai bowl there. They're like, all right, that'll be $85. It's like, I guess that's just how it is here.
Most of that's probably the granola, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the same, like, mom who, like, we could never get a full-size candy bar. No. Me and my sister never had anything on her. We split every treat, every snack, and now we're throwing out 40 bones for granola. I couldn't believe it. So
That's her savings account there.
yeah, the amount of money I could have made at Meats Roasters if I had spent, or if I charged people $40 a bag. So
Add that up. You are literally a king.
yeah. There was something else I was going to say. I was like waiting to say it and I can't remember it now. So pretend I said some good punchline.
Jake. Oh, you can't say that on here.
Dude. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yep.
Unreal, dude. So, let's roll it. Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
I hope the camera was on Brad for both of those, because there were two. And I will say,
Yeah.
it's getting a little warm in here, so I don't blame you.
Maybe that was all planned. I was like, the first time he makes a funny joke, I'm gonna do this.
That's so good.
I'm committed now. I'm staying in this shirt.
Oh, Dieterle, you got two great gifts coming your way. Oh, what a gift for you.
A gift.
I keep, Scott loves, I found out that Scott hadn't seen the show You ever, and my immediate reaction was like, oh, what a gift that you like get to watch this for the first time. It's like if someone hasn't seen The Office or Breaking Bad. Like, what a gift. You get to experience this without knowing what happens. And Scott loves that. He's been watching it all these trips we go on. He's always telling us what happened with You. And he's like, I just love, dude, it is such a gift, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. So I love saying that to people now. What a gift it is.
Top 5 shows you wish you hadn't seen yet. Office, Breaking Bad. Lost for me. Did you ever watch Lost?
Oh, really? Okay, Rachel and I started watching this like last week. We're like, everyone loves Lost.
And?
Let's put this on. We watched the first episode, and Rachel was like, I feel like this is like some weird supernatural stuff going on with this like noise or this creature or whatever. She's like, I'm out.
Okay.
So we got out.
It has some supernatural for sure.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
Really? So yeah, we both kind of couldn't get into it.
And
Like,
you know me, gosh, I'm so wet. I'm not a supernatural, I'm not a fan of like fantasy stuff.
and you still were into it.
So awesome.
Maybe we should go back and give it a try. Because yeah, it was a little bit like, I wanted it to be a deserted island show. And it was like, this is deserted island plus some kind of spooky vibe. I didn't like that. I didn't like spooky vibe.
That kind of intrigues me.
Really?
Yeah.
It was too spooky. It was too much of a vibe. It was like a guy gets pulled out of an airplane by some beast. But I feel like it's like, well, no one saw it. This is it's like a haunted island or something.
I mean, the first, we'll call it 2 seasons, 3 seasons are 85%, 90% normal, 10% spooky.
Spooky.
Yeah. Like I think it's worth it.
Really? Okay.
If you want to, if you have time to watch that. It's a commitment.
Okay.
I've learned recently, I'm watching Suits right now,
Yeah.
which is just fine.
I stopped watching
It's a solid B. Maybe B. No, it's a solid B.
I think it's a B.
84%.
Letterboxed, what would you say?
Out of 3.5 or out of 5 or out of 10.
We're at a 3.5.
Either.
Yeah, a solid. Well, I'm trying to be more critical.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go 3.5 stars.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, well, it's something to watch, and I'm already kind of invested in this, and I don't love that I feel that way. Like it's almost like with my personality, it's like, well, I got to get to the end of this thing, but I don't know if I love this, and sometimes I'm staying up too late watching it, and like,
Yeah.
so if you don't want to watch Lost, don't watch Lost. Is what I'm trying to
Thank
tell
you. Suits, I was also into it for a while. And after a while, I was like, I don't want to watch the next episode. I don't know why. I don't care about the next one. So I guess I'll stop. And I never look back.
It's just, it's not too high or not too low. It's
Kind
just
of the same episode.
Yeah. Hilarious. One of the things they do is it's a lawyer show timing, like big time New York lawyers.
Attorneys.
Sorry. So sorry. Attorneys.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. But one of the things they do, they always like bring a folder to somebody and they're like, you're going to take a look at this. And they either slide-
instantly. They can analyze 1,000 words on a page?
Yes. They'll look at it for 2 seconds and be like, you got to be GD kidding me. And it's like, you did not, unless it's highlighted exactly where they want to see it or something. But at the same time, how bad of a TV show would it be if you're like,
Give me
you're
10
going to take a look
minutes.
at this. Okay. Oh, interesting. Wait, what? You know, like it's like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of whatever. But
All right. Top 5 things you wish you could see for the first time again.
Office, Breaking Bad, Lost. Lost was the biggest show that I was just like, there were so many ends of the episodes where I was just like, holy, you know, like
Wow. It's that good, huh?
great cliffhangers. Yep. Oh yeah. If anybody's seen Lost, so here's the caveat for Lost, and it's unfortunately a caveat for a lot of movies or a lot of shows, is the ending is not that great. And
I've heard that about Lost.
But and that's what I've heard about Game of Thrones. And so it's like, makes me not want to watch Game of Thrones. Also, I'm not really interested in that stuff. But like, it's still the beginning of Lost is so worth it, even though the end is not. Those three, let's call it, I don't know, Parks and Rec might be up there for me. Trying to think of other shows that I really like the drama on. Can you think of any more?
I think shows, it would be tough to do a list of just 5 shows, but I would go The Office, Breaking Bad, give me Prison Break. That's my Lost.
Yeah, Catherine loved Prison Break in 24.
Yeah.
That was a golden age for Fox there.
Give me Get Out, the movie.
Oh, we're going TV shows too? Oh, snap. Dang it. Movies, sorry. Sorry. I'm wet, okay?
And then maybe Borat.
I've never seen it.
I remember just the first time I saw that as a 15-year-old, I just couldn't believe anything. Yeah. I just never seen a movie like that.
I watched the Ali G show back in the day, but never seen the movie.
Oh, we're talking TV shows.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Okay. In my movie that I would like to see again, I don't know. I'm blanking now. So those are my 4. The Ghosties, you choose my 5th one for me, all right?
Can I tell you about my flight experience home last week?
I'm excited to hear about it.
So yeah, I talked on Monday about how I upgraded to first class. So before that, I have to fly from South Bend to Charlotte. So South Bend, Indiana, as you can imagine, very small airport, very just like, just a basic small town airport. Mm-hmm. They did have Ubers. That was nice. Take a nice little 6:30 a.m. Uber to get there. Early morning. I mean, it's dark out. We're all tired. It's Sunday morning. And just can't wait to nap on this airplane. Just all of us in the gate. I feel like we're all dead. We're all barely hanging on. And then behind me, I start to hear singing. And it's a type of singing that sounds like almost like a drunken stupor. It sounds like...
Can Timon help us out here?
I will... I'll actually demonstrate it because I sound like someone who is probably having an issue singing. So, and it's like, it almost sounds like the singing that like a homeless person would do.
Okay.
But it's confusing because I'm in an airport, so this isn't making sense. So it's greatest day in the neighborhood, but why can every day feel just this good? Woo, I need singing lessons. And I'm like, I gotta turn around and see what this is. Because it seems like there's not a homeless person in the airport, right? I turn around, it is a flight attendant just carrying his luggage. He's dressed up, he's got a bow tie, he's got a vest. I mean, just singing his little heart out. And I'm like, don't be gate 6. Don't be gate 6.
Oh.
Don't be gate 6. He gets up to our gate and he said, all these unhappy people trying to get on my airplane today. I don't think so. I was like, oh, we are in for a nightmare. This is a nightmare.
You can't go bow tie at 6:30 a.m. Like,
you can't sing It's a Great Day to Be Alive.
Sure.
I know. This is a guy, I'll get to my summary of him later. So yeah, just immediately, he's singing that so loudly in an airport. I can't believe he wasn't embarrassed by this. He's singing poorly. All these unhappy people. I'm going to need to see smiles. No one boards until I see some smiles. All right, next question. Who's got the coffee? Where are my coffee drinkers at, huh? And where are my alcohol drinkers at? That's what I'm telling you. I knew this guy. All right, you're going to get a free drink later.
Wait, so this is in the airplane or in the...
He's still in the gate.
Okay.
Just waiting to board. He boards first.
Man.
I was like, oh, brother. So then I get in. This is not the first class flight. This is just South Bend to Charlotte.
Okay.
I'm in my seat. And through the AirPods, I'm hearing all of his announcements. All right. Hope you enjoy this. We got a smaller aircraft for you guys today and should be a good time. Although I will say the leg room is a lot like Ohio State football. Disappointing. All right. Go Blue! He's yelling into the overhead speaker. Go Blue! Who else? Come on, let me hear you. Go Blue! Go Big Blue!
Anybody?
No, not really. Not a ton of enthusiasm. He goes, Michigan football, baby. Know it, learn it, love it. Let me hear you say it. Go Blue! He's just like going on and on. I'm like, dude, we're in Notre Dame, right? Why is the Michigan Ohio State rivalry? Who cares?
Connor Stallions is your flight attendant.
Yeah. And so it's just, unfortunately, we get in a situation where it takes us a while to taxi out.
Oh.
And so he just gets to have a blast. So he starts off just going up and down the aisles, just talking to anyone who will talk back to him. Just like talking, just like, where are you coming from?
Is he leaning on the chair?
Yeah, he's the waiter who's a little too personable.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, just a bothersome guy. Luckily, he never comes my way, but he's very, very eager to offer people free alcohol. It's like 6:30, 7 a.m., but you have to smile at him.
Okay.
He's big on smiles. He mentioned smiles a lot. Okay. At one point over the intercom, he's back there again. He goes, all right, we're going to have a great flight today. My name's so-and-so. I was a comedian for 27 years, and I was a stuntman for 14 years. That's why my head is shaped the way it is. No one can make fun of my head shape. This guy can. No, this guy can make fun of my head.
The one guy that gives eye contact to him, like, come on, you can do it.
This guy can do it. And he goes, so like I said, I used to be a comedian, and I know what you're thinking. Tell us a joke. All right. I'll tell you guys a few. He proceeds to rattle off. Well, I wrote down the first one and the last one.
Wow.
He did 5 or 6.
Wow.
This is the first one. What do you call a cow that doesn't produce milk? An utter failure.
Not bad.
So he's just doing Laffy Taffy jokes over. I mean, he will not shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. His last joke, he says, all right, there's 2 balloons in the desert. One balloon says to the other balloon, look out for that cactus. The other balloon says, what's a cactus? And then cherry on top, he goes, that one might take a minute. It's like, oh, that's so insulting, dude. That's so mean. That one might take a minute? That's so mean to say to us. If you think we're old enough to handle alcohol, you can't expect us to not get that joke. You don't get both.
Yeah, you might, ask your neighbor if you don't get that one.
I'll let you know.
Cactus.
Yeah, it was just brutal. The last thing I can remember was I had some decent experiences flying American recently, but they really sell you on their AA Advantage credit card or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
And they sell you too hard on it. It is repulsive. You get treated like a telemarketer called you and you can't hang up. That's what it feels like, the way they're pitching you this credit card.
Yeah.
And just like, you can't avoid it. I mean, the AirPods are only so powerful. And you hear them over the loudspeaker telling you about this credit card.
Don't you feel like sometimes, especially the pilots, they have like a crank on the volume to be like, I'm going to deafen them with this announcement. Like sometimes the pilot's like, hey, we're going to go free and we're just
double check. Taxi, no.
It's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to get in about 6, 7, 8 minutes here. And
45 knots.
We'll be on the way down to Kansas City. And other times it's like, like just so loud. It's like, I guess you're trying to wake us up with this? Like,
yeah, it's just crappy speakers too. Like maybe they don't have control. Just that it's finicky. It goes in and out.
I bet they got some kind of volume on there.
They want us to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so loud. Just pitching this credit card over and over. He's answering personal questions. He's doing crowd work with credit card info, which is brutal. And going up and down, that was a bummer. And then he ends it with like this speech. It was like he was running for office or something. This speech about how all I really remember, I was done writing things down in my podcast notes at this point. I was like, I was just so sick of this. But it was something about when you smile, the world smiles back. Was like the name of the speech. And it was like, I just feel like this is a guy who like, he goes out to a bar and he complains to people. He's like, all I do is I smile at people and all I want is a smile back. Why is that so hard? It's like, maybe there's a little more to being a good person than just smiling. He's way too caught up on the smiling.
Like everything he's saying, I think you and I are like, yeah, I agree with what you're saying, bro. But like,
yes, there's nothing wrong.
But maybe recognize that there's good and bad times to be that way.
Yeah.
Like maybe recognize that like, oh, it's great that you want to like be a light in this situation at 6:30 in the morning, but there's different ways at 6:30 in the morning versus 6:30 at night to bring energy to somebody. Like,
yeah, like Rachel and I were talking about this. She's like, there would be some days where we have like a 5:30 a.m. Like we're doing 2-a-days. It's preseason. Like no one wants to be here. We're all so tired. We're all so exhausted. And you've still got a coach being like pretend chipper. Hey, it's gonna be a great day, ladies. Hey, it's that. It's like it's okay to just like let's just get through this.
Let's just grind this out.
Yeah, it's got to be hard, and that's fine. But we don't need to pretend to be fake happy, fake exuberant, and especially when people start preaching things that are obvious. That's really bothersome. Sometimes, guys, a smile can make someone's day. Yeah, chill.
Like, yeah.
Sometimes
I do love the idea of smiling at people. I do love the idea of being kind to people. But like, if that guy would have just gone, like when you were taxiing, like, I'm going to offer coffee to every single person. Like, would you guys like some coffee while we wait? Would you like, I would be in such a better mood and like that guy so much more than if he's doing stand-up comedy right then.
You know what's a great principle? I don't care if it's business or, personal, just being friendly to people, friend making, show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell. It's one thing to tell someone, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do this for you. Even just like, this product can do this for you. This can help you do this. This paddle has better spit. Whatever it is.
Show it.
Show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell.
Yeah.
I love it. Chess, not checkers, Like play, like it's not like, hey, I'm just going to smile and be bubbly every single minute of the day. Well, that's checkers. That's literally like, in checkers, you can only move one way. Maybe once you get kinged, you can go the other way. But chess, it's like, no, there's different things for different situations, different strategies. It's like, hey, you can rock the bow tie. That's fine. But just chill out a little bit on the volume. You know?
And we need to stop pretending like you saying, be nice to people out there is groundbreaking advice. We gotta chill with that.
Yeah, you like started to like stand up to like give him a standing ovation. You're like, oh, sorry, seatbelt.
I would though.
Just know, man.
I got my hams high for you.
I love the idea of, hey, if one person's vibing with them at 6:30 in the morning, got some energy, let's have a private conversation that's really fun and funny. Like that's great. Like, but don't force it.
Yeah,
anyway,
it was.
There's probably a reason he's South Bend to Charlotte and not Dallas to LA.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
probably so. He was.
He's not getting too many international flights.
One last thing I just remembered, because Rachel asked me, she was like, oh, like bow tie, some of the things you're saying. She was like, gay? I was like, I don't know, because he mentioned his ex-wife multiple times. She's like, how does he mention it? I was like, I don't know. He found a way to bring it up multiple times. I've never known
about this guy.
a flight attendant's previous marriages, but this guy, I know he has an ex-wife. He would bring it up in jokes. He would bring it up serving drinks, everything.
Wow.
My ex-wife loved Diet Coke.
Okay, so tell me then, juxtaposition.
I got to the first class part.
So it's all going to be worth it though once we get to first class.
Yeah. So the Charlotte airport, Ghosties can validate this. If anyone has been in the Charlotte airport anytime in the last month, it is nuts right now. They're going through a ton of construction. It's a mess on the tarmac. It's a mess inside the airport. None of the escalators work. None of the moving walkways work. It's just
curved escalators?
Straight.
Yikes.
It's all just analog, baby.
Sorry, Michaela.
Using your legs.
Yeah.
So it's a mess. So landing there, it's probably like sitting on the airplane for another 20, 30 minutes before we get to our gate. When we eventually left, it was the same way. So by the time we get off our gate, I got to hustle. We landed in E gate. I got to get to A. Those are the two options of the airport. No tram in Charlotte. There's just a long way of walking.
Okay.
So.
And no moving walkways.
No moving walkways.
It's all you.
I don't know if I'm necessarily going to miss my flight, but I need to kind of hustle a little bit. And also, I'm definitely missing out on like priority boarding I was going to get. It's like, that's not the end of the world. My seat's assigned.
Sure.
It's all good. And, but I'm sitting in the front row. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Yeah.
Get off the plane. I'm like, all right, time to go. Got my luggage, double checked. I didn't leave it on the airplane.
Good.
Let's do this. I get off the plane and a girl stops me and she's like, you do the Ghostrunners podcast, don't you? I was like, first of all, in my head, I'm thinking, how do they always know when I'm running late to a flight? How do they always know? But if she said something else, it'd be like, oh, hey, yeah. But it's like, Ghostrunners, I got to stop and talk to you.
Totally.
That's awesome. She's like, I actually don't listen. My friend, I think you said her friend's name was Neely.
Okay.
But that sounds weird now that I say it out loud. I think it's Neely.
Jacob Neely?
Maybe it was a last name.
I don't know.
Either way, she was like, my friend like loves you guys so much that I know what you look like.
Wow.
I was like, that's awesome. That's so cool. Stopped to talk to her for a little bit, recorded a little video for her. And then I took off running when I was done. I was like, I have to go. So I start running away. And anyway, finally get there. It was actually kind of fun. I wish I could have stopped and like taken more video or pictures. I've never seen an airport like this where genuinely probably like 60% of the people I could see were also in a hurry.
Oh,
it was
really?
it felt like Christmas Day or like how movies depict a crazy airport.
Yeah, like the floor on Wall Street.
Yes.
Something like that.
I've never really been in a scenario like that. I was like, I wish I could take this in more or like film it to show you, but I was like, I'm jogging as well. But like, we were all jogging.
Yeah.
No, 60% of the airport's jogging. It was kind of madness, but it was kind of fun. We're just like, we're all in this together. It's kind of cool. Anyway, I get to my gate. It's all good. I'm starting to board. And right as I'm getting ready to sit down, a guy asked me, he was like, hey, I'd love to be able to sit with my wife. Would you mind trading me seats? And I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, the one time I paid for first class, and you paid for first class too, you couldn't have assigned your seat next to your wife?
Yeah, because you just upgraded yesterday. When did this guy?
Yeah, well, how you can't.
Okay.
And also, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
2 hours without her. What are you guys gonna do? You got a shared iPad? Okay, that's fair. I'll switch for shared iPad.
Okay.
Of course, these are all things I'm thinking in my head. Externally, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I'd feel terrible if you didn't sit next.
Yes, dude. Of course. And so I'm like, even at first class, I can't sit where I want to sit. I still, they know I had that face. Like, this guy will do anything.
Because you were supposed to be first row. And now
I was supposed to be 1A. Got moved back to 4D.
Yikes.
Not the end of the world. Still a first class seat. Still a window seat. Wasn't that bad. I just couldn't believe I got picked on. However, can't lean back because I'm at the back of first class.
That's tough.
Dang it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Stop switching me seats.
Yeah. Bummer.
40% of my flights, I don't end up in the seat I want.
Why didn't they ask the other guy? The other guy was probably there before you.
Well, there's only two. So it was like I was about to sit next to his wife.
I know, but why not ask?
Oh, I see. Whoever's in.
Yeah, the opposite. So that they would sit in the front row. Front row. Yeah.
I don't know.
They know what they're doing. There's a Ponzi scheme going on.
Something
here
going
for
on.
First class seats.
Otherwise, it really wasn't that bad. I'm back at 4D. It's great. Like, sir, can I get you a drink? And it was still pretty early in the morning. I really want soda. Got an orange juice.
Okay.
Got a little OJ to start off.
What kind of cup? Anything fancy?
Glasses.
Yeah, let's talk about
I'd never. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. What kind of glass? Are we talking curved glass, straight up?
Curved edge glass.
Okay.
It was nice. Probably
Sounds nice.
8 ounces. Not a huge glass.
Hey, but I bet they give
With
you
ice,
refills.
6 ounces.
Okay.
I
What
did
kind of
have
ice?
cubed.
Dang, dude. That is luxury.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, this is cool. I mean, I just drank it immediately. Then he was back in 10 seconds. I was like, yeah, you take it. I'm done. But then I did get a refill on my orange juice. That was nice.
So that was before you left, as you got some
Before I took off. From what I could tell, I was the only person who had 2 glasses of orange juice.
Okay.
But no, it really wasn't that bad. It was mainly the first flight to Charlotte where all the craziness happened and having to sprint through the airport. But once I got back at 4D, it was fine. I stayed awake. I downloaded all the stuff that I was going to watch. But then I get on like the American Airlines Entertainment, AA in-flight entertainment, and American Sniper on.
Oh,
I never turned down an opportunity to watch American Sniper.
So good.
So good.
You missed. I'll put your in Leavenworth. I remember that part.
You remember the most random line.
Well, because it's about Kansas. So I was like, cool. They mentioned Leavenworth.
Yeah, it's one of the first lines of the movie too.
So good.
Really good movie. It's nice when you're watching by yourself too, because I kind of skip over some of the like romantic scenes. Like,
yeah,
get me war.
That's fun that I'd never just skip over scenes in movies.
Oh, you should.
Maybe I should.
It's a great way to get through a movie.
I am really rethinking my life right now.
Especially like an action movie.
Especially when you know the movie.
An action movie I've seen before.
Wow.
Get me to Baghdad. I don't need to see. I need you here for me. You're not a present husband.
But sometimes it's like I gotta earn the good parts by sitting through the bad parts.
Yeah, it's like what's that? There's a food like that. It's like a drumstick.
Okay,
It's like I know the ends where it's at.
That bottom chocolate out the yeah.
That's so good.
Good word.
Or fun dip especially. What I really want is just piece of chalk.
You like that?
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't like the pixie dust?
It's nice.
Yeah,
but it's no chalk. I love the chalk stick.
Nice, but you got to get the chalk a little bit moist first.
Oh yeah, it's wet. Yeah, you gotta. It's like an oatmeal cookie. You have to soggy it up a little bit.
What?
You ever have those oatmeal cookies? They're too firm, too hard. I like to let them rest in my mouth a little
Not
bit.
oatmeal cream pies.
Not oatmeal cream pies. Frosted oatmeal cookies.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
Too hard.
Fair enough. Okay, so comfortable, like significantly more comfortable chair.
It was fine. You don't have to deal with someone in your space.
Really?
This wasn't like a transatlantic flight where I got a pod, I got a mattress, I got to lay down. It's just a chair that I couldn't lean back in, but I had a little extra leg room and no one was next to me.
Cool.
So cool, $60.
You got the itch now. You're gonna always go first class.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I do now.
I'm a first class guy. I got $40 extra for this granola, so I got to put it somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun.
I love it, man. Kind of trending in my life right now is my kids and I. We call it going on a deer hunt, but
that's fun.
Yeah. The first time it happened, Hattie and I and Rosie, they got up really early one morning, and so I was like, "Let's go on a walk, and we'll go on a deer hunt."
Yeah.
Because there's been a few times where I've been on walks early in the morning, and I've seen some deer. Because we live like pretty close to like some woods, like more like secluded areas. So anyway, now it's like almost every night where I just put the kids in the truck. They're all just like crammed in the front seat. Like I probably shouldn't admit some of this to people. Like literally the other night, I like was feeding Henry his bottle while I was driving. Like I'm driving like 15 miles an hour down our side street, whatever. But like once we get into the area where the deer sometimes are, we all have to be quiet the whole time.
Yeah, that's fun.
We roll down the windows. We're going like real slow. And if anybody sees one, we're like, "Hey, deer." And so it's just a way to get Catherine a little bit of time. And now Catherine wants to come because we're starting to see the deer.
Because you're having so much fun.
Yeah, we're having a blast.
You know where you need to take them? Where did we used to see all those deer?
Yeah, right there by Argosy.
Yeah, it's a little ways away.
Yeah.
But I mean, without fail, every time we would see at least 15 deer.
Yes.
They were nuts.
Because it's always by the water. Like it's by the river. Yeah, 100%. This one's definitely, I think one time we saw 3 in the same night with Big Deal.
That's fun.
So we respect their distance. You know, we give them some space. But, you know, Bo's like analyzing it. He's like, I think that one's the mom and that one's the baby. You know, like just loving it. And so, and Rosie, of course, doesn't understand being quiet. So she's just, right. She's like, Dad. So Rosie's so fun right now, dude. Jake, what's today's date?
Today is the day after Election Day.
Happy November.
Happy November.
You know what I think of when I think of November?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Very good. And you know what I love to eat on Thanksgiving?
Mayflower.
Yes.
You like flour?
October showers bring Mayflowers.
Mayflower. Yeah.
In Thanksgiving. We're sponsored by GoodRanchers.com. And yeah.
October yams bring Thanksgiving hams.
Oh, very good.
2 hams up.
I love me some ham, especially when it's good ham. And guess what? Guess what kind of ham Good Ranchers has?
Good old American ham.
That's right. It's good ham.
Hopefully by the time this comes out, I'm well on my way to eating my own ham.
Yes.
Oh, I would love nothing more. Just start off with a nice Thanksgiving ham from Good Ranchers.
Would you want to pay for it?
Well, I wouldn't freaking need to.
You wouldn't need to.
Because use our promo code right now while supplies last, supplies being hams. You can get a free Thanksgiving ham with any subscription, any order. You're going to get free express shipping and a Thanksgiving ham with code GRKC on your first delivery.
That's right.
All these hams.
Ham. 10 pounds.
10 pound. No antibiotics, no hormones, no seed oils, just high quality ham.
Yes. And if you don't know by now, you need to know Good Ranchers is the best meat that you can buy. I'm talking chicken. I'm talking steakhouse quality steaks, meats, ground beef, pork, seafood, whatever you want, wild caught salmon, it's the best. It saves you time and it saves you money. Everything's cut, pre-trimmed for you, delivered right to your door.
Saves time and money.
Time and money, which is one and the same if you know what I mean. Yep. So free shipping always. GRKC is our code. GoodRanchers.com is their website. American Meat Delivered is their tagline that they want us to say right now. And Ghostrunners podcast is who is getting sponsored by Good Ranchers, hoping that people will buy their products. So please do it.
Scene.
I don't know if it's because, tell me if I should worry about this or not. Because as like somebody, I feel like I've been gone more than I ever have been in her life so far recently. I was going to India and it was funny. And I told Bo, I was like, yeah, buddy, I'm actually leaving again today, going for a while. Jokingly, I was like, you can come with me if you want. He's like, I'm not tall enough to shoot the guns, though. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, he thinks I'm going on my hunting trip.
That is a different trip.
That'll be in a couple more weeks, buddy. I'll leave you again. But Yeah, Rosie has started calling me her daddy. My daddy. That's my daddy.
Oh,
that's my daddy. And I'm like, I don't know if that's good to like say to Catherine, like, my daddy. Because then it sounds like it's not just daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were talking to Caitlin, your sister right now, and you're like, oh, I'm going to call my mom. It's like, why'd you say that?
Yeah.
It's our mom. Like it's our thing together. You know what I mean?
You need to teach her like plural possessive pronouns. Like it's our dad.
Only if it's because she's saying that because I'm not around enough or something. That's what I'm worried about. Is like, are you calling? That's my dad. Like she'll say it to Catherine, like, yeah, my daddy's here. My daddy's here. Yeah, my daddy's here. That's my daddy.
That's a fun phase.
Yeah, it's cute. I mean, she's so fun. She like makes it a point every single morning when she wakes up to say good morning to every single person in our family and like come up and like give them a hug. Give them Noni, 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 Bo. And Bo doesn't give her the time of day, which is like, Bo, give her a hug. Like, you know.
That's nice that she's resilient. Still wants to tell Bo good morning every day.
Oh man, she is so fun. And I think 2 years old is like one of the most fun stages of a baby, of a kid.
It's one of the more fun stages to be gone a lot.
It's one of the ones that like they need you the most. And so if you're gone, they will start just like kind of separating you from their family and just be like, that's my daddy, but he's never here. So anyway.
Should we do some segments?
Let's do some segments. Let's do this one. It's got a catchy name, so I think it's going to be one that lives on for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Tell them the catchy name.
This one's called Valid or Get Off My High Horse.
I like it because it's quick and it rhymes.
Uh-huh. Valid or Get Off My High Horse.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it again because you recognize it. But it's basically the idea of like, hey, I have some opinions. Hey, good for you for having that opinion. Yeah, it's silly that person made you move your row in first class, or chill out. It's not that you don't even lean back your chair that often anyway. Get off your high horse. So we have some opinions here. My first one, valid or get off my high horse. When people, businesses mainly, label something as, and this is in quotation marks, 10 or $10 buck lunch. That to me reads $10 buck lunch. It should either be $10 lunch or $10 lunch. Valid or get off my high horse.
I'd like to know what you think.
I've never seen what you're referring to, a $10 lunch. Where do you see these words
I just
together?
saw it today. Old Shawnee Pizza, pretty close to our house, had a banner that said $10 buck lunch.
It wouldn't say bucks? Like $10 for lunch?
It's like saying like, hey, we have like a special. It's a $10 lunch.
Huh. I've never heard that phrase.
Very valid.
Well, it doesn't have to be that
annoyance.
exactly. It can be like, it costs $$100.
Dollars. Yeah. Yeah, that is annoying because you don't have to spell dollars if the dollar sign is there.
Okay.
I think a lot of people don't know that though.
So is that a high horse or is that valid?
I don't know. There's a lot of people who still don't know the difference in lose and loose.
Okay.
A lot of people who spell definitely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you also,
Defiantly.
yeah, there's a lot of people who don't know how the dollar sign works. I mean, so many people put the dollar sign after the number still.
That's true.
There's a lot of dollar sign education that needs to happen in this country. So for that, I say, I don't know.
Maybe I didn't realize I was on a high horse about this because like I didn't realize dollar sign is like a not as known.
I don't know, Timon. I think 90% of people are pretty good with the dollar
Or maybe
sign.
it's like
No.
people should be.
Not 90%.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought so too.
I bet people don't do it right, but I don't know if they knowingly or ignorantly are doing it wrong. Or if it's just like, who cares? I don't know. Maybe not. Timon?
I'm going to say valid.
I said, yeah, valid for sure.
Timon was vibing with me. I could tell right away.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I get it. I get this.
Yeah. Because I've noticed that before. It's weird.
Yeah. $10 lunch. $10 buck lunch.
$10, $100 dollars,
Yeah.
one time only.
Yeah. With the quick $100 down payment. It's like, stop with that.
That's a good one. Good observation.
Especially when it's like a printed banner that somebody approved and was like, send it off. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Valid.
Valid.
thank you.
Valid or get off my high horse. I want to be addressed when I walk to the Chipotle counter. Really grinds my gears when they just stare at me. They don't address me. They don't say, what can I get for you today? They don't say, how's it going? They just stare at me and wait for me to start ordering.
Oh, really?
I don't like that.
Yeah, I would absolutely. Sometimes I wait.
Yeah, I mean, it happens 70% of the time. They just stand there and just stare at you, and I'll stare back at them. And then sometimes they will gesture. I'm like,
okay. Oh, I think that's...
You can't speak to me?
Oh, yeah, valid.
You can't have customer service?
Because that's
For
not,
sure,
that's
valid.
not a
I don't know if
high
I've
horse.
noticed this, but valid.
Oh, it
100%.
happens.
I do it often to people, but it's almost like it's not a high horse thing for me. It's like literally just being a person thing for me. Like often I will come to them and say, hey, how's it going? And they'll be like, it's good. How are you? Good. And then I wait for them to say something. Because like
Exactly.
Maybe they got an online order. I don't know.
Are you ready for me? Sometimes I'll ask, like, are you ready for me to order? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's like so annoyed at me.
Oh, valid. 100% valid. Because it's not a high horse thing. It's you saying,
I'll treat you as a human. You treat me as a human.
100%.
Let's just do that real quick.
That's like me and Zach getting into our Uber from the pickleball place. Like the guy just doesn't like, he just drives up and then I'm kind of like looking through the window like, hey, is this like whatever?
Jerry,
like, I'm pretty sure this is the guy. I say his name. He's like, yeah. I'm like,
yeah, I'm obviously your Uber driver.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, valid. I think it's valid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just talk to me.
All right, valid or get off my high horse. I think this is a pretty common thing that people have frustrations with, I hope. But I am not an exception. I really, really, really believe the left lane is reserved for people that are passing and or going the fastest out of the moving traffic.
Valid.
It kills me, and it kills literally hundreds of cars worth of traffic if somebody does this wrong. Like, if you notice there's at least two people behind you and you're in the left lane, you better get the heck over.
Figure it out.
I am not one to tailgate somebody ever. Like, even if they're in the left lane. But I am a fan of the sweeping declaration of taking my hand and going, get over. Get over. Like, I want them to look in the rearview mirror every once in a while and see this guy going, get over.
You ever honk at someone on the highway?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good.
I honked at a trash truck this morning.
What were they up to?
They were way too close to, they were in my lane. They were,
yeah.
They were 20.
You got to get their attention. Hey.
No. Yeah.
Hang up and drive.
They were 15% in my lane.
Too much.
It's like a wheel's worth in my lane.
Trash truck.
And it was in construction on 69 highway. I don't like
narrow lanes.
Yeah. It was like, beep, beep. He was driving with a steering wheel on the right side of the trash truck.
Could have been the issue.
I think so. I don't think
he was Australian, mate.
Yeah. So I gave him a quick one though, as I was passing him. Just a quick, like,
good luck with your rubbish.
Just FYI, you're not doing a very good job right now.
See ya.
See ya. So, yeah, I mean, I did a lot of driving this weekend. Every once in a while, you just notice, probably mostly in St. Louis, people just driving poorly. And yeah, just did not appreciate it.
Yeah, valid.
Yep, there's rules.
I mean,
we live in a nation of laws.
You can see, like, literally 50 cars behind you, like, just waiting for this one. If this one person just did something different, we'd be fine.
It kind of reminds me of like slow golfers. All it takes is one slow golfer, and you can ruin the timing in the schedule of like 100 people behind you.
Sure.
It's a really big deal to like back that up.
Yeah. Just recognize it a little bit, Scott.
Yeah. Right lane, speed limit. Middle lane, 5 to 10 over. Left lane, Autobahn. Do your thing.
Yes.
Just pass and get back over.
Yes.
Valid.
Because then you start having people trying to pass on the right lane, and then that gets dangerous because people.
Now we got mergers.
Yeah, you got mergers, you got acquisitions.
Yep.
Yeah. So
this is great. You said a food thing. I said a food thing. You said a street thing. I got a street thing.
Street thing.
Valid or get off my high horse. Show a little hustle crossing the street.
Ooh.
Show a little hustle walking through the parking lot while I'm trying to get by.
Absolutely.
Get on your horse a little bit.
I think just because I am always hustling if I'm in that situation.
Always a little pep in my step.
I'm like, why can't you do the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or people just don't acknowledge you, just like head down, just walking as slow as possible. Hurry it up, grandma. Or at least look at me.
I wonder if this is a regional thing or if this is a everybody in America thing. Because I think in Midwest, it's almost different than the South even of like Midwest. It's like beyond courtesy, beyond like like just being nice. It's like, we got to go beyond like being kind.
Oh, totally. Like I have the walk like light. I'm supposed to walk, but I recognize there's a guy in the right lane trying to turn right. And he could, so I'm like, oh, I'll hustle for him. Look around, be aware.
It's the effort thing for me as well. It's kind of like the, quiet roommate thing where it's like, I don't know if you're even going any faster, but your shoulders are moving.
They need to
a bit.
bounce. I need to see some bounce.
Like even if your legs are going the same amount, if your shoulders are bouncing, you're just like, okay.
We were in the car recently. There was that girl walking, like that young, like college age girl. She was in like a crop top, and you rolled down your window and you said, "Let me see some bounce." And I was like, I agree. Let's see a little bounce.
When you were telling me this beginning of the story, I was like, this does sound familiar. And then you said that part. I was like, no, that's not true. Nothing about that's true.
I wish you would have interjected. Like, yes, I remember this. Sorry, keep going.
I do kind of remember like us waiting for somebody and me being like, yeah, take your time. Something like that. Oh, man.
Show a little bounce. Keep moving.
Yeah, walk slower, baby.
Smile more. Bounce way more.
Oh, my gosh. A smile will change lives, you know?
If the world smiles back, keep bouncing, baby.
Oh, my
I'm glad you
gosh.
remember that too.
Yeah.
I was shocked you said that.
Golly, that's funny. Yeah, so I think all that to say, valid.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, my last one. Valid or get off my high horse. A single question mark text to me kills my desire to respond. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's 100% my fault. If you respond, if I haven't responded yet and you just respond with a single question mark, I don't know if I'll ever respond to you again in my life. I don't know if, like, I was selling some things on Facebook Marketplace recently. This is what made me think of it. Somebody said, hey, is this available? I'm in Hawaii. I'm like not looking at my phone, certainly not looking at my Marketplace, notifications I don't have turned on. And then 3 days later, this guy just responded with a question mark. I'm never going to respond to that guy again in my entire life.
Well, clearly, this guy is one of the busiest guys in the world. He doesn't have time for a full sentence. The only thing he has time for is the question mark. Shift, backslash.
And I'll tell you this right now. If they were to say, hey, Brad, just checking in again on this.
They've got themselves a table right now.
100%. I am so apologetic. I'm like, I'm so sorry for not responding sooner to this. My bad. I've been away, whatever. I'm justifying it. But if they just say question mark, it's over.
Yep.
It's over. I don't care if you've podcasted with me for 6 years of your life. You send me a question mark, it's done, Jake.
Yep. I think it's valid. I agree too. I know someone who's a question marker.
Really?
And I'm like, wow.
I will say I don't hate it as much when you question the text. Does that make sense?
Like
No, like you know how you can like
Question
respond,
your
like
own
tap back.
message.
yeah. I'm saying like you're like questioning it. Like, what'd you mean?
Oh, or just like a hey, following up on this.
Where are we
kind
at
of-
on this?
I don't mind that as much as just the one or 6, 7 question marks, just a bunch of them. That guy might as well just like insult my parents at that
Yep.
point. It's
Middle
like, let's
finger.
fight. Yeah.
When you started the take, at first I thought you were saying like asking any question, you have to use multiple question marks. It's like show some enthusiasm.
Only
I
using
thought that
one
was your-
question mark?
Oh, yeah.
Only using one? But yeah, I think that's valid.
It is funny, like the little nuances of like, there's a difference between a question mark and a question mark exclamation point.
Totally.
I'm a big question mark exclamation point together kind of guy.
Yeah, I like to use them when they
Yeah.
are needed.
I only ever
We thinking Canes today for lunch, boys? Or, hey, we thinking Canes today for lunch, boys?
would you ever like when you do if you're doing just two and it's like question mark and exclamation point, what order are they in?
Question mark first.
Always.
Really?
Because it is a question.
Yeah.
First things first.
Yeah, Tyler.
Above all else, it's a question.
No,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying is so it has to end with the question mark because it's above all it's a question.
No, I see it
I
differently.
think it has to round like it's a little bookmark for it. Like
Yikes.
bookend.
Psycho.
Really?
Interesting. You go exclamation
If
point
I
question mark.
You're from a
ever if I
different
ever and
generation.
I can even if I do like a bunch of them like a bunch
You're like, well, I got it.
they
with a
have to
question.
end with the question.
It's like the parenthesis for you. It's like this kind of
Yes.
closes it out.
I will say if I'm doing multiple, I'm going question mark, exclamation point, question mark. I'm always
Same.
in.
Yep.
Great.
But if there's just
psycho.
2, you go question mark, exclamation point.
Yeah. No, wait, no.
Yeah.
The other way. I will go exclamation point question mark.
This could be a millennial
I don't
versus
think
Gen
so.
Z thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Could be gas.
Cat, for real, for real.
Could be gas involved.
So, okay. Thanks for validating my things. You got any more?
Okay, I have 2 more, both with pickleball. One's my thing, and one I'm saying on behalf of Scott Peck, the customer service rep for Friday Pickleball.
Okay.
So Scott would say, valid or get off my high horse. People need to stop complaining so much and returning paddles for like the tiniest bit of like paint chipping off their paddle.
Give me more context.
We just get people want a full refund. They've been using their paddle for 3 months and you know they've hit a plastic ball with a pickleball paddle at high speeds for you know they've hit it probably 2,000 times, and like a little bit of like paint has chipped off, and now they'd like a full refund. And by little bit, it's like the mark that like a pin would make, probably.
Sure. Completely get off. No, they get off their high horse.
They are on the horse.
Yeah.
They're on the horse.
Get down from there.
You can't expect. I mean, it's like when you get scuffs on your baseball bat, you're not like, well, I got to return this.
It's
now.
broken now. It's like, well, I was using it how it was meant to be used.
I understand you guys have a warranty of however many 6 months or something like that.
99-day happiness guarantee.
Holy cow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
But
whoa, that's amazing.
no way. But I don't think I'm unhappy because a little bit of paint's chipped off. Also, I thought maybe you were going to say like it was delivered with the little paint chipped off. Maybe I could see the justification then where it's like, this is already messed up.
Yep.
But even then it's like, it's going to get messed up eventually. It's sports. That's what you do. It's like,
it's a sporting
It's
thing.
like being frustrated that your shoes that you run in every single day wear out after a year.
Hey, they don't have the same grip they had a year and a half ago.
Right.
Hey, my golf ball's got mud on it.
Sure.
My basketball dimples have worn down.
Yeah.
Like this is part of using it.
That's the agreement that you choose when you use something.
I want to make a video someday, maybe our next tournament that Isaac and I do. I want to do a video like, can I win a tournament with returned paddles?
Okay.
Because people return them for, I mean, this paddle works fantastic. It is 100% the paddle you bought it. Still.
All I play with is returned paddles.
That's true. Yeah.
That's what I use.
Yeah, because I think that's what gave me the idea because I was already doing it anyway. I was like, well, I'm already doing this. I just haven't like addressed to the camera that that's what I'm doing. Because so many go to Scott. It's like, well, we don't need to ever buy or like put in an order for ourselves. We'll just use the return ones.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think we've talked about it a long time ago, even like the idea of like using a mattress for 364 days and then taking it back because it has a year. I've never enjoyed that. Like I've never liked the idea of like, well, technically this, you know, kind of thing. So I did it once with a TV when we had Rosie and I didn't love it. So, and that even was like, well, it's Samsung and Best Buy. They'll be fine.
They could take a hit.
You know, it's not Casper. Those lovely people over there at Casper. It's not my wild yam people. So
no, it's not. Second pickleball thing. This is my thing. And similar to the Chipotle thing, I would like to be responded to after complimenting someone, like after a pickleball point. I would say any sport. It happens in volleyball. It happens a lot of times in sports with a net. I would say like afterwards, you're like, "Oh, good shot, guys. Hey, good point, guys."
yeah.
After I've done this 6, 7, 8, 9 times, I'm starting to get a little peeved off that they haven't said thank you a single time.
Yeah, it's a lot of times.
I'll give you the first 3. Or maybe you didn't hear me. Maybe you're locked in right now. But if over and over and over, I keep complimenting you and you don't say anything, kind of grinds my gears. The game we lost in Vegas, Timon was there. He's fighting off Namone.
Yep.
You saw it. Couldn't get those guys to respond to me. Couldn't get them to say anything. They spoke English. They were so rude.
This is the closest I'm going to say to get off your high horse.
Yeah,
but I still
that's fair.
I still don't know if I truly think you're not on a high horse. It's just like sports is just so competitive. And like sometimes I think there's just different situations. Like if you are winning and they beat you in a point and you say, hey, good point, guys. It's kind of like patronizing a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, if it's like 10-0, I'm like, good try on that one.
Good shot, dude. Wow, great point. Or like, yeah, if you win the point and you say like, man, good rally, guys. It's like, shut up, dude.
What about like you're in a tournament, it's 5-4. They did put the ball away and you say, dude, good shot.
Yeah. And not once again, not a high horse thing, but it might be like dude, I don't want to get psyched out by this guy. I don't want to be too nice. Like I want to lose my edge kind of thing.
Yeah.
But still
Pickleball.
Also, first of all, yes, we're not playing competitively in any kind of leagues or, school, or we're not getting paid to do this stuff.
Fair.
Also, at the end of the game, if they're not, are they nice to you at least then? Okay.
The guys I'm thinking of,
Not
they
very
were,
much.
they didn't, yeah, so.
Because that translates more to the other, like if it's like the game's over and they compartmentalize and they're like, it's over. Because you watch the NFL where like people are trash talking, like pushing each other around after every play. But at the end of the game, they're buddy. They're tight with each other.
Yeah.
Like it's over. Like the game's over.
I need a new mentality on the pickleball court. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
No, I'm not
No
saying
more
that.
compliment guy.
I'm not saying that because I think you can play the same no matter what. So I think it's fine.
What if after every shot, instead of when I would normally say, hey, good point, guys, good rally, hey, good Good placement there. I say, dude, lucky shot.
Yeah.
Dude,
I like that.
lucky rally.
Yeah.
Oh, man, lucky placement there.
Sheesh, dude. You're not going to get lucky like that all day.
Wow, I can't believe that worked out. Man, the wind.
Dang, dude. Your paddle's chipped a little bit. I get a new one. Yeah.
Because I was wearing my pickleball socks that I am lucky.
You are so lucky.
Timon, did you think of any?
No. Sorry.
Don't worry about it, Timon.
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
Timon, can you think of a letter,
I can think of a letter. Would you like me to say it?
please?
P.
What do you think of that starts with the letter P?
Photos, pictures, paintings. It's all art-based. A schmores of P.
Think of a verb.
Pushes.
Pushes. Things we push.
Plucks. I can't think of anything.
Okay?
Can you think of anything?
I wasn't trying. Let's think.
The schmores of
S'mores of things that
penguins.
Pop.
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 Okay?
Is that?
Things that pop.
Things that pop.
Are there 12 things that pop?
Surely. S'mores of pops. We'll just keep it there.
All right.
S'mores of pops.
All right.
I won a couple weeks ago, I think.
You've won every impromptu s'mores. I
Yeah.
think.
You also won at Main Street Roasters.
Oh yeah, we did a impromptu s'mores of toys at Main Street Roasters. Okay,
So you choose the
s'mores
order.
of pops. I'm going to go first, and then I'm going to let Jake go, and then Timon go.
Alrighty.
All right, my first one, s'mores of pops, is going to be popsicles.
Oh, okay.
Popsicles.
That's good.
Just a wonderful treat that sometimes they come in the double, and you get two.
Mm-hmm.
You get to share them.
Double pops.
Just a fun thing. Popsicle sticks, great times. So popsicles.
Okay. My first pick is going to be, I grew up calling this pop, and that's Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
That was what? Dang it. Dang it.
Yeah, it's my number one pop.
Yeah.
I think if you say the word pop still, you probably still drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. So
Yep. I would love some pop right now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start with those rubber pop-up toys that you turn inside out.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Put them down.
Little poppers.
Wait a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. It's my first one.
Popper toys.
And I gotta say Pop Rocks.
Oh.
Fun candy to eat.
Things that pop.
All right.
Back to me.
Yep.
I'm going to say your grandpa, you refer to him as Pops.
Yeah, that's what we call Catherine's dad pops.
There you go. So
Wow.
it'd be any term of endearment or affectionate term for the person in your life. Maybe it's just your dad. Maybe it's your grandpa.
Okay.
But it's the Pops in your family.
I love it. You don't get called pops if people dislike you.
Yeah, you've lived a good life of respectable values.
Absolutely. Pops.
Be called Pops.
Shoot, I had one. I lost it. Oh. Dirty pop. Bums.
The NSYNC song.
Yeah. Is it called Dirty Pop or is it just called Pop? Whatever it is. Great
It's Dirty
song.
Pop. Good song.
Sick and tired of hearing up. Yeah. People talking about.
You did a jingle to this back in the day, didn't you?
I think so.
I think you did.
I think I did. So that's my first one, Dirty Pop. And then other one for Pops. Pop goes the weasel. Yeah.
The song.
The song,
Good
the
choice.
toy, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. You hear it, you often associated with ice cream trucks, and then all
Jack
of a
in the
sudden you
Box.
get popsicles because of that.
Cohesive.
Jack in the Box, all the things. Pop goes the weasel. So I thought of that one in 5 seconds. So beat that.
I'm gonna go with Tootsie Pops.
Ooh.
It was a fun, just a hybrid
I love
candy.
those.
I get a sucker, I get a Tootsie Roll, and I get to search the wrapper for a little star. I don't even really know what it gets me, but I know it's supposed to be looking for a star.
I
Hattie
never knew about
loves them.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Back in
yeah.
the day,
Public
if you had
school.
the Native American with the star, you would get a free, like on the wrapper, you'd take it back in and get a free second pop.
Okay, that's what I just
Wow.
redeemed for free pop.
The kids still love those things.
Yeah, still good.
Just the other day I had to go get my hair cut on the way to dropping Rosie and Bo off at Mother's Day out. And so my barber like gave them both like a mini Tootsie Pop.
Okay.
And, it's 9:00 in the morning. I'm driving them to Mother's Day out and I go to like pick up them from the back seat. Bo is smart enough and hears me to say like, we're having those after lunch or whatever. And Rosie just got orange Tootsie Pop all over her mouth. And she's like, it's not like I'm like pawning her off to somebody else for 5 hours. Like, here you go. Sorry, she has a bunch of sugar right before going to you. But yeah, they make the small ones now, which are awesome.
That's nice.
Orange, blue. What's your favorite?
I like blue and red.
Red's nice.
Yeah.
Don't like the chocolate one very much.
Oh yeah, no.
Also do it, but it feels like I'm kind of getting that brown later.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It spoils it.
Yeah, I want fruit now.
Yeah.
Man, all
red ones.
They're all so
Orange,
blue,
orange
and
is
red.
good.
Those are all really good.
I go red, blue, then orange.
I think
then
red's
brown.
top. I don't know if I've had blue or no.
It's purple on the inside, like the actual thing, but like it's blue on
The
the
wrapper's blue.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I think I like
I'd go for it.
red and orange, then blue. All right, go ahead.
Me?
Yep.
I'm gonna say pop music.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
a lot of fun artists, fun songs come out of pop music.
Who do you think of when you think of pop music?
Like right now, like
Dua Lipa.
Sabrina Carpenter,
Mm.
Billie Eilish. I don't know.
A lot of girls.
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigue,
Mm.
Tate McRae,
Mm-hmm.
Chapel.
Justin Bieber.
Sure.
That's a boy.
He's making music all the time these days.
Yeah. Constantly dropping new stuff.
Yep.
King of pop, Michael Jackson.
True.
It's a guy,
So
kind of.
And then I'm gonna say
Toby, you're a guy.
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Oh,
Love popcorn.
Great answer, Time.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
dang it.
Timon went for just all the things that are called pop. Yeah, I mean we all did, but
Why not?
popcorn. How did I?
Popcorn. Man. All right, my last pick is going to be we just called them poppers, but the firework things that like
Oh,
pop when you
yeah.
throw them against
Oh,
the
yeah.
ground. Great for a
Great pick.
prank. You put them under someone's tire. Great for a prank. Just throw them at their feet.
Yep.
You prank people a lot of different ways. Also just fun, safe for kids. Knows what you do them in the city limit.
Yeah, those are a great gateway drug to fireworks. for
Yes,
kids.
they are.
Just throw those things.
Throw those things.
They're loud, but they're not too loud unless you have a bunch of them.
You
Really
ever like
clean-
you ever like between your fingers pop them?
I was never the daredevil type. I
Yeah,
wasn't like,
me
let me
neither.
put this.
Yeah, it'll kill you.
But seriously, I'm with you. I'm like, no, that sounds like it would kind of hurt.
The people who would put like a match out on their tongue or put the candle out with their fingers or jump over the fire. I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
Out of those three, I'd jump over the fire first, I think.
Yeah.
I'd fire then candle.
You would?
Yeah,
Poppers.
good pick.
I know.
What?
I thought it was a long time ago, but it's not true to me, so I couldn't pick it.
Oh, really? I don't even know if you're thinking of the right thing, but I'm thinking of jalapeno
Yep.
poppers.
Yep. That's what I thought
Holy
of first.
cow.
I was like, people love those, but I don't like them, so I'm not allowed to pick them. I'm not a
Those-
pander picker.
Wait,
They're so good.
describe them briefly to me.
Stuffed jalapenos with
Oh yeah,
Sharp, painful bite.
like cream cheese.
cream
type?
cheese, and then
Oh
you,
yeah,
you put bacon around them. Maybe a little, I've had them with quail.
bacon,
Quail
the
wrapped
bird?
jalapeno popper.
bacon wrapped jalapeno popper. I want to
Yeah,
have one. Can I have
know,
one right
dude.
now?
Those things are insane, dude.
Yeah.
I was so excited to say that as my honorable mention.
Sorry, dude. You said poppers
I know.
too many times. It got me going. Wow. I went from like no chance I win this thing to like I might be in the driver's seat, boys, with my fourth rounder. I got Tom Brady in my fourth round. So I said popsicles, dirty pop. Pop goes the weasel, bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. Jake said Dr. Pepper, the grandpa named Pops, Tootsie Pops, and the Poppers fireworks. Good luck, Madison McCullough, on emojis for this one. Timon said the Popper toys. Wait, what was that?
Yeah,
oh,
like
the
pop-up
things are like
toys.
pop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rubber pop
Little like top pop things. Pop rocks, pop music, popcorn. Very good, guys. Definitely did not expect to do that. S'mores this
That was
week,
good.
but that was fun.
Honorable mention is anytime Joe Biden says the word corn pop.
Corn pop.
I like that.
You do a pretty good Biden,
Do I?
I think.
I haven't thought about it in a while. I actually haven't heard him talk in a while.
Maybe.
He's just kind of chilling right now.
It's kind of crazy.
I think I have a theory that he's a little, and it's not really my theory, but I think he's pretty like annoyed with how all this went.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's putting on a Trump hat. I mean, he's like,
Crazy.
he really doesn't care.
Oh yeah. There has been a few times where he's had outbursts, like in outrage outbursts, like.
I like a feisty Joe. I like a feisty corn pop.
It's like finally where you been? You
Yeah,
know?
I like it.
Yeah, he got mad at a interviewer recently, or something.
Ray,
Hey, what are you doing?
you don't say that.
What are you doing?
I'm your corn pop.
I mean, seriously. Come on. Think about it.
Come on, sit over on corn pop's lap.
Yeah, think about it. So, all right. That's been S'mores. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's up, man? How are you, man?
What's up, roaster?
What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, roaster?
It's like
Yeah.
rooster.
Oh, I'll be your goose. You be my rooster.
Good.
All right. This is good. This is good. No, this is good.
Okay.
No, go ahead. No, this is good. Hey,
I don't know. Hey,
man,
seriously.
boy, do we need our synapses firing a little bit better?
Yep, that was an exercise. What can happen if you don't have proper synapses? How can you get your synapses firing? Caffeine's one place to start.
Let me go ahead and search it real quick. Synapses not firing. Go to mainstreetroasters.com for some caffeine in form of coffee, in form of tea, in form of K-cups, in form of single origin blends, in form of the small batch coffee that's best things ever from Main Street Roasters in Napanese, Indiana's.
It is that time of year to get some Christmas gifts, potentially. So even if you're not a coffee drinker, you can go get, they got all sorts of stuff on their website. So get some coffee, beans, grounds, whatever, for people in your life that like drinking coffee. They will love it.
They're doing a promotion right now, 90% of full price if you use our promo code, which is GRKC, which stands for Good Ranchers. Bleep that out. Which stands for Ghostrunners, Kansas City.
That's us.
So check them out right now. MainStreetRoasters.com, GRKC, 10% off for the best coffee that your taste buds can handle.
Synapses. Go. Going back to the question mark thing, do we want to get canes after this, guys?
It does sound nice.
Yes, I do.
Period.
I would like that. Fire me up.
I would like that quite a bit.
One last segment.
Yeah, let's do it.
This was Nathan Coley suggested this, you said?
He did. Let me see if I can find the actual text, but it's called Don't Get Me Started. Let me see.
I love this idea.
He said, my family just introduced me to a game called Don't Get Me Started, and I think it could be a fun podcast segment. It could even be clipped for IG and YT Shorts as well, Timon. Essentially, one person gives the other a topic that they have to rant about for any amount of time. We average about 60 seconds. The person ranting just passionately and often humorously rants about that topic until they're out of things to say on it. It may sound a little boring the way I described it, but I think you guys, and probably Timon as well, could find a way to make it really funny.
Great.
Sweet.
Can I give you guys, we'll do this two people at a time.
Okay. I'm going to have an alter ego. Timon, you want an alter ego?
You want to give me one?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Who are you going to be?
I'm gonna be northeastern of some sort. I don't know if it's New York or whatever. I don't know the accents.
New York's going to be good for this first one.
Okay, and I think I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be. I was gonna say I'm gonna be a woman every time, but I don't know if that's true. I'm thinking to myself. We did that video about the gossiping ants one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might be that woman, but I don't know. I'm not gonna commit to woman every time. All right.
I'm thinking about alter ego. I'm wondering if it's too many things to think about. We'll see. We'll see.
But sometimes it kind of helps you.
That's true.
No, I'm not gonna put it on for you. But you just feed off my energy, time.
Okay.
Your topic to not get you started on is cup holders.
Ah, cup holders,
Dude.
Don't
we're
get
talking
me
about-
started.
Don't even.
These things these days. When I was first driving, I had a 88 Honda Accord, 4 doors, 4 cylinders, 4 miles per gallon. All right, that thing was just fine. And guess how many cup holders it had, Jacob? 0 cup holders in the whole thing. That was just fine because you know what? When you're driving, you don't need to worry about where you're putting your cups because you don't need any cups. You need 2 hands, 1 on 10, 1 on 2. And you're just driving down the road. These days, I have a friend. She's a friend of mine from church, from St. Teresa's. She has a minivan, a Honda Odyssey, something like that, Honda Odyssey. They 16 cup holders in the thing, Jacob. Don't get me started. What do you need so many cup holders for? These days, just hold it in your bladder till you get there and then drink your drinks. You don't need cup holders.
Jake, tell me what. Jake, what's below your torso and above your feet?
Waist.
Legs.
Legs. Your
When
legs.
you're sitting down, there's a space right between them.
right between them. You squeeze it.
Our God-given cup holder.
Yes.
Jake.
That's good. That's good.
100%.
So you're still a fan of using some kind of cup holder. You use your bladder. Was that your argument? You lost me a little bit there at the end.
My argument is no cups.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't need cups, so you don't need holders for them.
Okay, because your bladder can hold it.
Because you don't need anything in there.
Don't
until you
need a
get to your
solution if you don't
destination.
introduce the problem.
That's good.
I once drove 18 hours on 1 tank of gas and 1 bladder full of liquid.
Liquid?
Liquid. 1 bladder full of liquid. I said liquid. I think.
That's good. Good job. That was really good. Nice little thunder and lightning there.
All right. Mine for
Well
Don't
done.
Get Me Started. You have an alter ego?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I could try to be Trump.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Me and Trump.
I don't know
All
if I have a Trump impression. I could try.
Biden and Trump.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. Don't get me started on playgrounds.
These days, playground, we used to just throw a tire over a pole. And now you got the monkey slides, monkey hoop, monkey swings, and monkey bars. It's too much.
Brad. Brad, a lot of people are talking about these playgrounds and they're adding all kinds of technology to them, Brad. And when I was a boy, Brad, look at your hands, Brad. That's not Trump anymore.
No, that's good. That's good. Look at my hands.
What do you use to pick up things, Brad?
My hands.
A lot of people would say they're called fingers, Brad.
Yeah, my fingers.
And we play all kinds of games. There's Johnny Whoop.
Yeah.
We got
That's a great game.
here is the church, here is the steeple.
Okay.
That's another great game.
Who needs all this architectural things with the mulch and the turf,
Okay,
Brad,
yeah.
in the fancy neighborhoods? We don't need them.
You're having playground. You know who plays on the playgrounds that we build for our schools?
Who's that?
The Alley Cats.
Yeah.
I come in one day and I was bus driving the buses and I was driving kiddos on the buses and I come here one day and the monkey bar is just Alley Cats.
Just a bunch of them.
Just a bunch of Alley
Wow.
Cats.
That doesn't sound like a good situation.
We don't need playgrounds.
Okay. No, don't take them away.
Yeah. And the mulch.
Very good. Thank you.
Mulch hurts.
Yes.
That was great. You would start every sentence so much like Trump, and by the time you got to Brad,
Then it was not
someone
it.
else
It
entirely,
was like just an old guy.
and it was still better than I could do.
It's hard to maintain an impression for like a whole
Yeah.
like long thing.
At some point, I do want to just by myself, try to see how close I can get.
I'm such a big fan of the people who could sing can do impressions.
Oh, you think so?
I think it's a correlation.
You think it goes the other way as well?
Maybe, yeah. If you can do impressions, you can probably sing.
Because you can kind of hear things differently. Or
Yeah,
something?
you just have a skill in there, inner ear skill.
Inner ears.
All right, Timon, what's me and Brad's topic?
Toaster ovens.
Oh, Timon.
I shouldn't have even.
Do you know?
I would. I think.
Do you know
I
about
do.
my cousin down at the muffler store?
Tell him.
Get started.
My cousin's been at the same muffler store for 18 years, Timon. 18 hard, grueling years. Changing mufflers,
Brad doesn't need someone else doing it. Don't get me started.
maintaining mufflers. Analyzing mufflers. And it's all because some Jack Weasel 19 years ago claimed that my cousin,
Some rusty ball joint.
after having one too many fun dips, shoved this guy's hand in a toaster oven, started it up, and burned his hand clean off. You think that's true, Timon?
I believe it.
There's no way. There's no way. Justice for Antonio. That's all I'm going to say about him. Toaster ovens, Timon, are for somebody who thinks, hey, I don't have I have too much space in my kitchen. I just need one more appliance. You can do things in a toaster oven that I just use a toaster for. Stop laughing.
Sorry. It's serious, Antonio.
You can, yeah, because if I want my morning bagel with a cream cheese schmear, I just use the toaster. If I want my evening bagel bites, it's always bagel related timing. At night, I use the oven. I don't give one rat's rip about toaster ovens. They've done nothing but cause humiliation and agony for my family. If I see one of those in your house, Timon, can I go ahead and be honest with you? Can I go ahead and be honest?
Yeah.
I'm going to rip it out of its socket, and I'm going to shove it in one of your sockets, okay? Don't get me started. Right?
What's the deal with toaster ovens? I mean, are they toasters or are they ovens? They don't even know what they are. You see this big thing on your counter. It's like, pick a lane, buddy.
Yeah.
Pick a lane.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Deion Sanders, it worked for you. It's not going to work for very many other people.
Are you here to toast or are you here to bake?
No one knows.
Don't get me started on the dial. You turn it to bake. Next thing you know, it's either sourdough or charcoal.
Yes.
Oh, they're impossible.
It's impossible. And then if it's warmed up, it takes less time than if it's not warmed up.
You're telling me.
Yeah. Preheat it. Yeah, right. Don't get me started.
Pick a lane.
And scene.
Scene. All right.
I like that game.
It's a good game.
We done? We one more?
I'll give you guys one more.
All right.
So Brad, probably.
No, you start, Timon.
Oh.
Because of that crack.
I was saying,
I'm just
saying,
kidding.
take it away.
No, it's probably going to be Brad. Just dominant. No, I'm just kidding.
This one should be fun. Your topic is democracy.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy.
We're going to get into this.
On election week, no less.
All right. So free will.
Good start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some would say we've got it. Some would say we haven't.
Others know how to read a book.
But I don't think we should use it either way.
Good.
I think
Excuse me?
only a few people should. And the point is, the point here is that democracy is not a good idea.
What do you want?
Something else. And I'm thinking we take a page out of the book of
The Quran.
what they're doing in Africa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What they're doing in Africa. That whole continent.
I think we need more time in the sun.
Good.
Brad?
I was going to let you go for a while there. Well, first of all, everyone thinks it's pronounced democracy. Until fourth grade, I'm going to be honest with you, Jacob, I thought it was democracy.
Okay.
Okay? Hand up. That was what I said. I would say, America's a democracy, and they would say, you fool, is democracy. I say, whatever. Listen, I don't know if I believe in it. I don't know if I believe in anything these days, Jake.
What's going on?
These days I look out in the world and I think, I'm surprised the sun's even up right now. One thing that is constant is the sun.
Africa.
I didn't even know what that guy was spouting off.
I don't know.
I didn't either.
That guy sounded like he still calls it democracy.
Maybe it sounds like someone who didn't do all their history class.
It sounds like somebody, who hasn't registered to vote on anything, not even s'more. The only thing he votes on is s'mores. He votes for the wrong guy. Democracy. You want to get me started on democracy? I'll go ahead and say it like this. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Right to vote? Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
What are you in favor of?
Yeah, right. What am I in favor of? Just read the news. Read the newspaper and tell me you're in favor of it. Right? Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, right. Google something out there and tell me what the first thing you find is.
It's not good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
That's so convincing while saying nothing.
I mean, look at it. It's on your phone. It's on your computers. It's on the news every night. Yeah, right.
That's a great character. Dude, I found this dude, that's so funny. So that reminds me, I found this comedian. Well, it's Andy Daly. Do you know who that actor is? He's in a couple like Will Ferrell movies, Daly.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess he's done some stand-up. I found a clip, just an audio-only clip of him 14 years ago. He did like, I think it was just part of a set, but he did like a 3-minute bit where he didn't say anything. He was only using like very common like phrases that comedians do without any substance. It was kind of like that, like a political person complaining without saying anything. Like, look at what they're saying. So, Rachel loves it, maybe even more than I do.
Really?
It's so funny. I'll try to remember it. So he'll say something.
He's Ben Franklin from The Office.
That's right. He is. Yeah, creepy Ben Franklin. Yeah, he. So he's like, all right, what do we got going on here? You seen what's going on, Lily? I mean, I had one guy the other day. He's like, get a load of this. I'm like, I know. If I would known it was going to be this way, I'd be like, no thanks. No thanks. I mean, when did the world get all this all of a sudden, right? I mean, everybody knows it, and I'm just wondering, hey, when's my wake-up call? Is there, I mean, I don't know, it's going to be like this. Is there a sign on my back that says it? I don't know.
Just like, yeah. No
like,
context.
Nothing to anything. Yeah, he's like, the other day, a guy says to me, he's looking over me. I'm over here. I'm just doing my thing. I'm minding my own business. He goes, come on. And I'm going, you know it. You know it. Oh, it's always going to be like that. Oh, it's so fun. And the crowd is like fully on board. Just 3 minutes of him saying nothing. Kind of like that. It was really good.
He's on a lot of, this guy is funny. I think he might be like a Conan O'Brien guy. Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, that's great.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
I love that character. Complaining about where America's at this day and age, but without any evidence.
Yeah, without any like real substance to it at all. Just like, well, I mean,
you Google it.
Go to the deli right now and tell me what you think. Tell me what you see. What's the first thing you see when you walk up to that counter?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Didn't used to be like this.
Yeah, right.
You know, 40 years ago? I don't think so.
You're like so judgmental. Yeah. You kind of like laugh out of frustration. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, dentist ain't the same. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Got to plug in my phone. Yeah, right.
Oh gosh. You want me to plug in? Yeah.
Digital thermostat. Yeah, right.
Oh, sure it is. Sure it is. Don't stand too close to it. Don't stand too close to it. You'll start seeing a little eyeball in there. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
That's great. You Google it, first thing you see. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, right. All right.
Good stuff.
Let's finish up the episode. Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's do comment of the week. Well, win of the week. What do you want to do first?
Do win of the week.
Win of the week. It's funny how like we don't have like a great cadence for Wednesday, even though we've done it super forever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We did this too. My win of the week was, well, Indiana main win of the week.
Yep.
Can I say overarching? Just it's always so energizing, so fulfilling, so like, you know, whatever. Cup overflows when we have these events, when we get to meet people. We're so blessed by that. Another win of the week was getting to show Justin from last week. I took him to, we all went to barbecue after.
That was fun.
And then I took him to Arrowhead Stadium and showed him the Chiefs Stadium. And he thought it was like hallowed ground or something. Like, he thought we were, at the Holy Land.
I mean, the grass.
I can't believe as we were driving up, he's like, I can't believe I'm looking at Arrowhead Stadium right now. It's amazing. And he tried so hard. He's like, I'm going to get in. I'm going to get in here. And, did the same things I would have done. Like, just like anytime we saw somebody working inside, he'd be like, excuse me, can I come? Can you talk to me real quick? Can I ask you a question? He's like, this big black dude that came over as worker. And he's like, man, I just want to know, how'd you get your dreadlocks to sit like that so well? And this guy's like, what do you want, man? He's like, I'm from Columbus. I just want to be able to go inside real quick. And, I've never been to Kansas City. And the guy, of course, is like, no, we can't let anybody inside. But it was a great time with Justin, laughing with him. And then on the way home or way to the airport, I got some great, like, just deeper like father conversations with him. So just thankful that he was on, thankful for his sponsorship, thankful for his friendship.
Fun.
Win.
My win of the week, I think, if I'm honest with myself, it's just got to be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
It's just fun. They're undefeated. They are like by far the best team in the NFL, which
You
I don't know
think?
if we could say that.
Lions?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Just like compared to years past, the Chiefs have never been in a spot like this. Even when we won Super Bowls, we've never been in a spot like this. Mahomes never started 7-0.
I
Chiefs
know.
defense has never been a top 3 defense ever. Like,
It's the defense, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
like Mahomes feels like he's been good. Obviously, he's Mahomes. But it feels like the defense is like unbelievably good.
It's just so fun.
Yeah. And we got D-Hop now.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I am weirdly worried about the Bucks, which this is coming out after the Bucks. I don't know why. I'm not as high on the Chiefs as you are right now. So I like your optimism.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think we'll go undefeated. We'll probably lose like at the Bills and like maybe a weird Broncos game or something, you know, but it's all good.
Oh yeah. Love it. I love that I'm not taking the time to look at all the Chiefs stuff, but I know that you'll send me stuff every once in a while. And
I'll give you the
appreciate
good stuff. I'll
Yeah.
filter out the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Timon, you got to win?
Yeah. Last night after choir, so like I do choir at MNU, a lot of the other people do choir at Greenleaf, and like on the same night, same time, and we just meet up and play pickleball for a bit after.
Ooh.
It's so fun. And
Rival
we're both
choirs.
in like Olathe, so 2 Trails Park. And last night we get there, no one's there. It's so windy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was the funniest pickleball games
Yeah.
I've ever played.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I don't
It
like
was
it when
just a
people
ton
are
of
like,
fun.
oh, it's too windy to play. It's like, no, just have fun and like embrace
If it's
how crazy
if you're with
and
your
hilarious.
friends, that it makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Going against the wind. You
Oh, yeah.
you physically can't hit a
You
ball
can't-
out.
yeah, I
Or
know.
not long anyway.
And you're serving it from the other side, you just tap it.
Yep. Some of my most favorite memories when we first started playing pickball were like the crazy weather times.
The wind and the rain.
Yeah.
And sliding around. We got wooden paddles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a blast. No one's going to the kitchen. We're just ripping forehands as hard as we can at each other.
Totally.
Yeah.
Put those scores in Duper, Timon?
No,
Good.
don't remember a single one. It's the memories, not the memories of the scores.
I always say it's the memories that you have in your head, not the memories in the Duper app.
Duper app.
Comment of the week, Brad?
Comment of the week is coming from Elizabeth Virgil, 84. I was planning on ordering the So Strong bars for my sister, who was about to have a baby soon. It seemed like a real confirmation to do so when Brad said Catherine loved eating them after Henry. Love hearing people supporting our sponsors.
Consider yourself confirmed. Speaking of sponsors, my comment of the week is a post from Megan Carlson an hour ago on the Facebook post.
Great post.
Got my attention.
Me too. I was like, oh no.
She put,
What have we done?
Because Megan's awesome. We've met her multiple times, met her whole family.
Yep.
Like a month ago, her daughter DM'd me, "Are you in Las Vegas?" And I said no. And then there was no follow up. You know, so we were good. We're close. We talk. You know, I don't know what that text was about. Anyway, she put out the red the alarm emoji. Attention advertisers, do not support this podcast. ... Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Unless you want scores of new customers sleeping in your sheets, wearing your buttery soft clothing, showering in your handmade soap, using your skincare line. You get where I'm going with this. Yada, yada, yada. Peruvian coffee, seasoning their eggs, dinking with your paddles, protein coffee, all before donating to your clean drinking water mission. This community of listeners is fiercely loyal and supportive. Consider yourself warned. That was just fun that you took time out of your day to write that.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Hope you're having a good harvest. Because you harvested my emotions well in this post.
Thanks, Mama.
Thank you for the harvest, Mama.
Awesome. Timon, you got a comment?
Not specifically. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You don't usually. Sorry, I didn't.
No,
mean
it's
to put
fine.
you on the spot.
I didn't know if I should find one.
That's fine. All right. That's it.
That was the podcast episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. And thank you. Yeah, right.
You're listening to this. You're listening to this on the pod. Yeah, right.
Let me guess. This is a podcast that you think about and yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Give me one time. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Join our Facebook page. You can vote on the s'mores. Be a real part of the community.
Yep.
There's like 5-10 posts a day.
And if you want our episodes a day early, join on Patreon. If you want some merch, I'm gonna cook up some new merch soon, so it might be out by now.
Cook it up. All the jingles are on Patreon. You can see our faces.
faces, everything. So we love you guys. We'll see you Monday. Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody